Back with another live stream, YouTube. This is gonna be about. It's probably gonna be my favorite live stream ever, like ever, like ever. Like this is what does it to us targeted individuals. This was the way I was thinking. Like I never responded back to directed conversations of of me being um, slander campaign. Something you think somebody will call you or something like that, which is whatever's bad, right? So this is going to be about a false sense of a smear campaign, which this is the how they, this is how they get you. Like this is how they get you. You have to understand this stuff. It's a false sense of a smear campaign. The number one logic that was taken, the number one logic that was stripped from your pocket was they like I said, they went in your pocket and took logic. And I'm gonna be reading this off of my what's the name? I don't mean that's like a if I say one in your pocket, let me not even say that because that's a lot of stuff that they do to people that's disabled to disabled people, and they that's like that would be like a trigger word, like went in your pocket and took something, but no, no. But the number one logic that they took from you was that you're a citizen, thinking that you're being smeared, thinking that it's slander. It's a slander campaign. You're a citizen. And we're going to go into why you need to get out of your home state to break that illusion. Because once you leave your home state, I've been multiple places. So once you leave your home state, you're going to understand hey, these are federal informants, citizen informants. You're going to understand that. Because guess what? You're out of your state and you're unknown. You're a citizen. First off, you're unknown. First off, you're unknown. A citizen means unknown. So that's something that they took from us. That's something that they took from us. That logic, that type of logic. But I'm going to be reading from the stuff that I've been posting. A lot of people don't look at the typed post that I post. Of course, who wants to read stuff, right? Right. So we are citizens. That means unknown people. The smear campaign is a hoax. It's false. That's why we're never approached about it because it's people from agencies creating the illusion of a smear campaign. So what real is that people so what's real is that people are creating an illusion of a smear campaign and don't understand that. Don't understand that and you're going to crash out. You're going to hear subliminal and snap. What I mean by that is you're going to hear subliminal and snap. You're going to hear directed conversation. You might say, I ain't never did that. Now you're telling on yourself. Like that's a false sense of a smear campaign. Like those are agents. Those are federal informants. This is why I say, where is your ego? Where's your ego? You got to have an ego. You have to. So you're gonna hear a directed conversation and snap and say, hey, I ain't never did that. I ain't like that. You feel what I'm saying? You're gonna tell on yourself like that. As far as like something embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, don't understand this and you're going to crash out. Simple. As simple as that. But that's a scientific method. I've been researching this since 2018. Hear somebody talking about you're gonna hear somebody talking to somebody else at your job about something embarrassing, and you go, "Hey, I don't do that." Or, "Hey, I didn't do that." Those are citizen informants. They will infiltrate your job. Sometimes they're already there. They just get the. You have to think. You have to think. Sometimes they're already there. They have three little agencies, people working everywhere. They'll just get the notification to they get a script. They don't actually care. They don't actually care. We are citizens. We're unknown people. This is why I say you need to move when you can. You need to move when you can. You need to move because you're going to break the illusion that these three-letter agencies have put you under. That um, that makes you thinking everybody that knows you, everybody knows you, everybody heard something bad about you. No, no, you're a citizen. That's why I said these are Satan people. They want you to be known. That's Satan. Those are Satan's people. You know, no doubt. So the next post I'm gonna get into, it's about the same thing. It's gonna be a fun live stream. If I get some comments, I'm gonna keep going. Um, but yeah, the next post that I posted. Let's see. The orchestrated hoax smear campaign on targets, which it is real, is just a hired false sense of a smear campaign. It's a hired false sense. It's real. Targeting is real, but these people are being hired. That's why you're gonna hear a directed conversation. They're not going to say it to you. You feel what I'm saying? It's a hired. They're not gonna tell anybody else. It's a hired false sense, and they're gonna bring around the energy. They're gonna bring that energy around people. Like it might be like one of those like directed conversations that multiple people hear, and they won't think they're talking about you, but you'll be around them. You know what I'm saying? Like so, that's how they do that type of stuff. It's like I explained with you with the I explained to you with the the, the being in front of being behind somebody in line at like a restaurant or something, and a person says they don't say anything about you, but they say something funny to the store clerk. They say something funny to the store clerk, and you're the next person in line. That store clerk is thinking about what that person said. That store clerk is thinking about what that person says when you walk up to them after they say something that's kind of embarrassing, right, or whatever. So yeah, it's a false sense of a smear campaign. Citizens can't go through smear campaigns. This is why you need to leave your state to break that illusion. And I'm not saying do it now, do it when you can. You need to break an illusion. And when you break that illusion, don't get to know people. Everybody's everybody is under Satan. Everybody's under Satan. So when you leave your state, don't get to know people, move the right ways. If you feel in fear, stay outside in the daytime only. Don't go outside at night. You feel what I'm saying? Type of stuff like that. Move correctly. Move correctly. But this is a very interesting topic. Like very interesting. Like a smear campaign on a citizen. So you mean to tell me that you believe that it's a regular smear campaign? That's the government, bro. Those are three-letter agencies. You mean to tell me that you believe it's a regular smear campaign, right? It's a regular smear campaign, and you're getting it when you go 500 miles away. You're getting the same smear campaign, but that's a regular smear campaign. And no one's ever saying anything to you but directed conversations. Sometimes you reading into stuff, but it's real. But it's real. It's real. Like they got, but these three-letter agencies and took over everything. Like these tag numbers and everything that they can send you messages through. I swear, they can send you messages through these tag numbers, all of that stuff, tag letters. I mean, all of that stuff. So it's real, but you have to stay inside a mindset or get back inside the mindset of a real citizen. You understand the surveillance, so you have to get inside the mindset of a real citizen. This is what you have to do. You have to get inside the mindset of a real citizen because they're not thinking like that. And citizens are going to go with what the government says. Point blank period. That's it. They're gonna go with what the government says. They're gonna go with whatever entity group is. They're gonna go with what they say. Yes. Yep. Just a second. My bad. That's the. I had to. What's the name? I had to talk to the one of the managers at where I'm at, like the shelter thing I'm at. But back to what I was saying, it's a false sense. It's a false sense of a smear campaign, and we run around thinking these people care about our lives and stuff like that, and they all into it and stuff. Is they're receiving notifications, man. That's it. That's what they're doing. They're receiving notifications. It's not. It's not anything else. They're receiving notifications, but that kind of just messed up the live a little bit. But it's all good. I mean, I guess right. But yeah. The next thing, the next post that I made, or matter of fact, let's go to what what Google says a smear campaign. A smear campaign is for politics. A smear campaign is for celebrities. That's why I say this is a Satan worker type thing. These are alphabet agencies that do these type of things. That's what it is. It's nothing else. It's alphabet agencies that's doing this stuff. So when you travel, you realize, hey, that's not some type of cult in your city. You know, it's not a cult. It's not a cult. and you thinking that it's a cult, you thinking that it's this or that, you thinking these people in your life like that, that's what's going to get you to crash out. Like I said, they've done this before. Like I said, they've done this before. Like they've done this to people before, so you have to be all into what they do. You have to be all into no reaction. You have to be all into what they do. You have to be all into no reaction, right? So a smear campaign is for politicians and celebrities. It's not for citizens. We're citizens. We're unknown people. Like, and it's like another class that it's like they take away your mind. Like it's like another class that has to be taught. This is like another class that has to be taught. You have to be retaught normalcy. And I know it's not really fun anymore, but it'll save your heart rate. It should save your heart rate. I know it's not fun when I tell you the truth, but it should save your heart rate. This is undeniably the truth. The people that you even think are regular people ain't on it, man, bro. The Freemasons are the police. They take up even the regular citizens in the Freemasons are the police. Okay, they're not. The police are 90% of Freemasons. If a citizen join the Freemason, what do you think they are? And I stopped talking about the Freemasons because it's like I realized it was the police, and then I realized, oh, the Freemasons take up majority of a Freemasonic lodge. No disrespect. So even the regular people, they got rappers in that, like real stuff. Like that they done said, like, "Hey, I'm a this," like, and that's just crazy. Like that stuff is crazy. But I know it's not fun. That's the thing. I know it's not fun. I know it's not fun. It's like, dang, like you run around thinking everybody in your business, everybody hear you when you defending yourself about some whatever they calling you. When you talking to yourself, you thinking everybody hearing that. You think everybody in your business and worried about you. And guess what? It's not fun. I was thinking like that too. It's not fun, but it'll save your heart rate. Trust that. It'll definitely save your heart rate. And that's not a somebody thinking I'm a perp by saying that. I'm not saying that about anything or anyone or anything like that. I'm just saying like this stuff be a shocker to you. Like it'll be hard to even talk to people sometimes. They want to mess that up. So yeah, like it's gonna be a long live stream. Like this is like this right here is like one of the number one things. This is where directed conversation come from. Like you think you getting a smear campaign? We are citizens, bro. We ain't sold our soul. That's why I said these people work for Satan. They want you running around here like you sold your soul. Oh, everybody know me. Oh, the store clerk. Bro, the store clerk in fucking Central. Excuse me. A three-letter agency worker, bro. I almost said I don't even like saying that type of stuff, bro. But the tactics these people use are of three-letter agencies. I'm talking about the highest of the highest ones. So you have to get into what they do. What is the effect? What's the scientific method of making a citizen feel as if they're being stalked and followed and listened to, car bug, house bug, scientific fact. I still even do things like I still even do things like not talk to myself anymore too much, but like I play around in my house, like I'll be dancing and stuff like somebody looking. Like, man, that's the police, bro. No one's looking. No one's looking. I know it's not fun. And even if they are, those are police. Like even if they're citizens that never touched a badge, bro. If they have the technology to be, and they're not even doing that. But just to help your mental a little bit. Citizens aren't surveilling you. They're being, they have notifications. And if you notice the citizens that you think are surveilling you, you would notice that those people don't really You know, the ones that do the most, um, those people don't really, um, they don't look too well. You know, if you get what I'm saying. So, yeah, where's your ego? This is just nothing but facts that I'm giving you. This is nothing but facts. We are citizens. We cannot be smear campaign, bro. When you go to another state and people saying the same things, bro, those are three-letter agencies, bro. This is why I say you have to travel. This is why I say you have to travel. You definitely got to get out your home state. And that's just for sure. Because you're going to break the illusion of a smear campaign. You in your home city. Matter of fact, some of y'all probably in y'all neighborhood that y'all went to school in, and it ain't even possible to be smear campaign in a place that you grew up all your life, really. But it's more possible to your mind. It's like 75% more possible to your mind that you would think that you're being slandered in the community that you grew up in. But it's not even really possible. No one's sitting there talking about us. These directed conversations and stuff like that, and this or that. They're not talking about us. Oh, they're talking about us. They're trying to make us say something. Like, bro, imagine this, right? Um, you walk in you walk in your work environment, and then a person talking about somebody did something gay, right? They're talking in a direct conversation. It's two people talking to each other. They're not talking to you. They talking to each other like, hey, somebody did something that's gay. You know what I'm saying, right? Somebody did something that's gay. Ha ha ha. Hoot hoot. But they said like soon as you walk in there, right? They want you to go. Man, I ain't never did that. I ain't never. You feel what I'm saying? And then that's how it's going to really start. You know what I'm saying? This is scientific method. This is a scientific method, and that was just an example. That was just an example. Yeah, I don't play. I could never play like that, but that's just an example. But let's keep it going. Like I'm loving this live stream because it's like this is this is like the number one thing that's really hurting people. Like you got to understand how to walk past a directed conversation. You have to. You got to understand how to walk past a directed conversation. You have to. You have to. You have to understand how to walk past a directed conversation because those people are from three-letter agencies. You have to understand how to walk past a directed conversation. You have to. You have to. Because if you don't, they're gonna get the whole goal that they want. You snap out, try to fight somebody and go to jail, or you snap out and they do something to you. That's why I be saying a lot of targets responding to directed conversations, hand movements, um, you know what I'm saying, like stuff like that. And I'm just saying, I watch y'all videos. It's the only thing I do. I'm either watching something that's entertaining, that is like something funny, like something like these rappers, like that stuff be so entertaining. But I'm either watching that stuff or I'm watching targeted individual videos, which I need some more channels to watch. I need more channels to watch. But I like to do content. I like to do content about this stuff because it's like I have to help. Like they hell bent on destroying me. I have to help. Like I have to help. I have to help others. If they doing that, I have to help others. That's not Hollywood sending people around you to try to make you seem famous, bro. Those are three-letter agencies. And also, to even confirm that, bro, Hollywood is from the three-letter agencies. Those labels, like somebody said in a No Jumper interview, some of y'all watch, those labels said that um, they benefit off of somebody on that interview said that they benefit, the labels benefit off of artists going to jail. Bro, they work with alphabet agencies. Sad to say, but we gonna keep that between the my hundreds of viewers, my thousands of viewers, my thousands of targeted individuals. I'm not getting on nothing. I'm not doing no protests. I'm not doing none of that because guess what? Guess what? No one's going to agree. No one's going to understand. I'd never protest about, targeting and stuff like that. No one's going to understand. It's the way you get back. What I would do, which I don't feel like I'd ever be angered enough. I wouldn't be able to do it. But what I would do, bro, there's like, I don't know how people haven't thought of this, but there's like, you want some, if you wanted some revenge on, these three-letter agencies that's doing this stuff, brother, they do not want people on the street, bro. The population is jail and death. So if you really wanted to do something, this is for anybody else. I'm not doing it myself. But if you really wanted to do something, you should get on the streets and post up signs, pay for a billboard, post up signs. Hey, don't commit any crimes. The police watching everything. The consequences are guaranteed. There's too much technology. There are cameras everywhere. Stuff like that. If you post that, people do things because they don't think the consequences are guaranteed. If you post that, bro, they will be so hurt. That's how you hurt them. That's how you hurt them. If you wanted to do that, I don't have that much anger. Like, they're informants. I didn't know that. Oh, I'm thinking this. Bro, I thought this was Illuminati. He followed me around. Those are informants, bro. So I didn't think that. I didn't think that. So, um, yeah, like I ain't think that. I'm like, wow, hold on. That's those are informants. Like those, like I'm sitting around thinking, man, these Freemasons, these are all these Eastern Stars, all of this. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh wow, these are informants. Those are informants. So that's just a beautiful thing to understand. I'm just trying to help. Like I was just, you could see how angry I was in certain videos. Like I said, I've been posting my videos with my face on it. Was never into trying to do no uh, artist stuff. Like I've been canceled myself for no reason. So yeah, like my face has been on YouTube talking about this phenomenon of targeting since around actually 2021, 2022, something like that. I definitely had a profile picture up in 2022, 2023, showing my face definitely around in 2023 on there, 2022, something like that. But like yeah, like this is an interesting topic. It's definitely a false sense of a smear campaign because we're citizens. You know, we're citizens. We're citizens. You can't slander a citizen. Think about that. That's only politicians. That's only celebrities. Those only people that get slandered. They go through those. Uh, Politicians get, governors, all of them people. They get videos made about them, ads, and all of that. All of that. We're citizens. We're citizens. When they trying to elect somebody, like we're citizens, so we can't be slandered. So what Satan, aka three-letter agencies, are doing is trying to make you think that you're known. You hear the stuff that you never talk about, right? The radio talking to me or the TV, but that's a mental health question, which is true. They do that. That stuff designed to mess with targets. It's designed to mess with targets. But like that's a mental illness question when you go into certain facilities. Not just a mental facility, but like I said, it's a false sense of a smear campaign. It's a false sense. It's a manufactured false sense of a smear campaign. Don't think I'm on here talking about some gang stalking ain't real. No, it's very real. It's just y'all have to understand that that is only 100% three-letter agencies. Straight up. That's it. That's all that is. It's nobody else. It's three-letter agencies. It's not. They run everything. It's not possible for them to not possible for them. It's not possible for anyone else. It's not possible for anyone else to be doing that. Anyone. So yeah, I want this to be like an hour-long live stream or something like that. Unless I get more comments or something, people start commenting or something, I'll keep going. But like I said, this is gonna be an almost everyday thing about different topics. About different topics or gang stalking or organized stalking. Because what I am going to do for revenge on what they've done to me, I'm going to break the mental illness of multiple targeted individuals. You're not gonna be thinking people running around here. That girl that work at your job looking at you through your phone camera when you get home. That don't even make sense. That's how I used to think. Which niggas don't really matter at all. You know what I'm saying? Like dudes, I don't care. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care if they looking in my phone camera. I don't care. They don't matter. They're not doing that. Like that's not they're not watching. That's some deep level technology. Even to be able to watch someone through their phone camera is a deep level of technology. What's going on, Subversive Awareness? And shout out Subversive Awareness, bro. Like he one of the only people that's doing this stuff, that's putting this stuff out here like that, putting the right information out like that, not going at other channels. People like that are crazy. Like they didn't let this program really uh, mess them up in the head, bro. Like, and I want to talk about some shields, bro, but I don't do that. Like, I don't do that. I don't talk about people like that. But like, it's a lot of people messing people's head up. It's like, how are you even doing that? Like, do you really think that's going on? Or are you telling people? You know what I'm saying? Are you really think that's going on? Or are you telling people that because you hired? Are you a shield? Like, do you really think that's going on? Like, really? Like, yeah, if I'm breaking mental illnesses, I have to. Like, I have to. Like this. Like, I have to. That's what I have to do. I have to break mental illnesses because it's not okay. Also, to make sure I don't end up on no um, TV nowhere. This also protect me from. I get on here because this protect me from street politics. Like, bro, you not messing with me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody messing with me. That's why I get on here too. I'm not no damn gangster. I might look like it, but yeah, like I'm full conspiracy guy, full conspiracy theorist on gang stalking. You're not getting like that mean no clout off of me. It's like one of these street dudes that don't like me somewhere. You know what I'm saying? There's no clout off of me. None. That's another reason I do this stuff. Like, cause the motherfucker try to like, oh, he could be a rapper, so let's try to beef with him. No, but I talk about gang stalking, but like I said, it's a manufactured false sense of a smear campaign. It's a manufactured false sense of a smear campaign. Logistics say An unknown person, and I'm reading this from the stuff that I posted, is just to say that an unknown person, meaning a citizen, can't be slandered. This goes along with getting out of your hometown. A smear campaign isn't even possible in your home city, honestly. But these agents manufacture, that means physically, give you the illusion of being smeared through things like directed conversation, causing things like paranoia, and disturbs regular conversations you want to have with people because you might think they heard something about you, right? So you have to understand this type of stuff. Because if you don't, like, and there's so many people, it's so many targets out there talking about crazy stuff. Like, but this is all the same thing. I think it's no difference. I think this is all the same thing. I think it's all the same thing. I think it's all the same thing. I think it's all the same thing. People say people going through different type of targeting. No, it's alphabet agencies. That's it. That's it. And don't run your mind thinking about what you did or this like that, bro. You didn't do nothing if you didn't hopped on here and like talked about what the hell this stuff is. Like, that's impossible. Then it's impossible to forget stuff. Almost, it's really impossible. But most celebrities flaunt signs and symbols that they are in secret societies with hidden agendas. Yeah, yeah, like that's what it is. Like, yeah, but it's not like they're controlled. Like, they're controlled, bro. Like, they're so controlled. Like, it's crazy. Like, you would look up to this stuff, then you realize, like, bro, listen, bro, they even have a hip hop police. What make people think they have a hip hop police in the whole hip hop ain't police? Like, it's an informant in every camp of individuals. Like, first off, their labels work with 3-letter agencies. No disrespect, it just looked like that, right? I'm not trying to disrespect them, but their labels work with 3-letter agencies. I seen a person post on No Jumper. I mean, a dude on No Jumper. He was one of the interviewers. That's a podcast that interview rappers. He was he said the industry benefit off of artists going to jail, which I meant to stop talking about that because they want to make me feel like turned around, like I, you know, this or that. Like, but yeah, he said that on there. Yeah, yeah, it's all the same agencies doing this. Nobody else could come close to funding this much resources to take down one citizen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even 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 when you think of the Hollywood aspect of it, bro, they're connected to that for sure. All of this stuff is like, bro, they say Freemason run the country, right? No disrespect. No disrespect. They do say that. The Simpsons even said that. Remember the Simpsons? I'm pretty sure everybody's seen that little clip, the video clip, where the Simpsons was like, they had the little like the little small voice in the back. Freemasons run the country. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and the Freemasons are 90% of Freemasonic lodges consist of law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like everything just is, you kind of get your life back. Targeting doesn't stop. It never stops. But once you realize, okay, targeting don't stop. It's gonna be another video too. But targeting doesn't stop. But you just realize it is at a certain point. You are a perp if you don't realize who's doing this. At a certain point. At a certain point, if you don't realize who's doing this, you have to be a perp. You have to. Like, at a certain point, because targeting does not stop, gang stalking don't stop. But you realize who's doing it, it kind of stops in your mind. You're able to walk past a directed conversation. Hey, y'all talking to each other. They done made you listen to other people's conversation as you walk past them as if they're talking about you, even if it sounds something similar to your life. There was an old Simpsons episode where Homer joins Freemasons called the Stone Cutter. See, now I don't watch the Simpsons like that, but I've definitely seen that part. I've seen people like post like that little one video clip where they was talking about Freemasons running the country. I've seen that part. Like I've seen that part, but it's just like you have to understand this type of stuff. It's like they have to understand this type of stuff because it's like if you don't, you'll end up crashing out. You gotta understand how to walk past a directed conversation. You have to because it's difficult. Like it's difficult when you don't know what it is, right? You don't know what it is. It's difficult. So it's just like you thinking it's a cult. You thinking it's some type of like bullying program. Like, nah, bro, that's a 3-letter agency. So you have to understand that stuff. Because if you don't, man, subversive awareness like one of the only people that. Well, it's a couple more people that understand it, but I be seeing other targets post on here like talking about crazy nonsense stuff, and I want to talk about that, but I can't talk about it on here. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't talk about it on here. It was season 5 or 6. I used to have all the DVD box sets. Yeah, I don't watch The Simpsons like that. I don't watch The Simpsons like that. But they got a lot of stuff in there, bro. Like, they got a lot of stuff in there. A lot of stuff in there. But I've stopped watching TV. I've stopped watching TV like in all. Like I've completely stopped watching TV. No lie. Like, I just said, forget TV. I'm not watching it because it's all programming. Even though it can't really program a targeted individual, but it's all programming. Like it's all programming, but they can't really do that to a targeted individual. We watch stuff and I could start back watching stuff since I realized like, okay, it's only law enforcement that has the hidden camera in the house or in whatever or watching through your phone camera. Because my only problem was thinking that it's citizens, bro. That was my only problem. I'm like, but it's like how? So I quickly obtained logistics. I just grabbed a few logistics in my life and I was just like, I grabbed a few logistics in my life and I was just like, you know what, that's impossible. And then I started seeing like how it's impossible and how people thank you for damn commenting, bro, because I did not want to go off this live. Yeah, they take the spiritual stuff way too far on purpose because it puts most people off. It ain't even just the spiritual. I'm gonna finish your comment, bro. It ain't even just the spiritual, bro. People be talking about um just dumb stuff. Like I can't even, bro. It's some channels I can't even understand, bro. And it's like they'll go live, bro, and then it'd be like a lot of people on there. I just try to wait till some other people get on there so they kind of change the topic a little bit. It ain't even just the spiritual, bro. It's not just the spiritual. It's not just the spiritual. That's my only problem. That's the only problem. It's not just the spiritual. They talk about dumb stuff. I'm talking about obsession with AI. Still can't even understand what they saying. Um, just all type of stuff. All type of stuff. Let me finish this comments. I did not want to get off live, but yeah, they take the spiritual stuff way too far on purpose because it puts most people off and makes it into a phenomenon that the government is not responsible for. That's the government's fake agenda. Yeah, like yeah, but that's the only possible. That's the only possible thing. Another thing that I got into. Another thing I got into right was talents. talents and talents. So cars are bugged, right? Houses are bugged, of course, especially when you're a targeted individual because you have talent, you know. So it's like your phone hacked, all of that stuff. So it's like you have talent. So it's like you have some type of talent. Some type of talent. You say something that somebody want to use, whether it's comedic, whether it's music, whether it's this, that. That's that's the Hollywood part. But once you understand, they're all the same thing. No disrespect. This should only be my 3 viewers that's here right now. No disrespect. No disrespect. I just see that. Like that's for sure. Like they're all the same thing. I'm not trying to disrespect anyone, but they're all the same thing. Hollywood and these three little agencies are the same thing. They even kind of sometimes they've kind of like shown that. But then again, that's something I don't like talking about because that's something I never do. And some people see obvious Satan, even gospel, like some people can see it. I'm just one of those people that can see that. But it's just crazy. Like I don't like to talk about that like that. The connection between uh, the industry, music industry, movie industry, and the police. I don't like to talk about that, but yeah, like that's what it is. It is that. So um, yeah, you just gotta understand that type of stuff. Once you understand this type of stuff, it's crazy. But yeah, they take the spiritual stuff too far, but it's not biblically. Now, for 1 minute, just for 1 minute, basic instructions before leaving Earth. The Bible is literally like, and I can't really talk about this on live because people don't like that. But the Bible is really like, it's really basic. The instructions are basic. Instructions are very basic when it comes to the Bible. Like it's very basic. It's I'm telling you, like it's crazy. Like just some scriptures, most of them, but that's not something I can get into on live. I don't want people to be thinking too far on that. A lot of people don't really look into that stuff. But yeah, like if you're a target, I consider you from God. I consider you from God if you're a target. That's for sure. But yeah, like I said, bro, a lot of people need to understand this stuff, bro, because if not, you're gonna crash out, be talking to yourself on the street, and be mentally stable. Like sometimes I still do that. Sometimes I still talk to myself on the street, but it's not walking past people talking to myself on the street. It's not that one. It's when I'm by myself. People can think anything. I could be on the phone or anything, right? Like, but some people be pointing a phone at people. Like, no disrespect to other targets. I'm trying to save them. Like, bro, because you walking past people, look at he just put his hands on his nose. Fucking, you feel what I'm saying? Like, call him a name or something like that, but not indirect. But it's like that is dangerous. That's extremely dangerous. That's extremely dangerous. Yeah, like they're blaming witches, demons, warlocks, and reptilians. All absolutely nonsense. Like, yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. Like, like, I haven't even watched some of those. I don't even watch them no more. I don't watch them no more. But it's people that talk about targeting for real, but don't talk about like, hey, who is doing this stuff? Because if it's the police, I'm finna sit like my ass. Pause. Let me stop cursing on here. I'm finna go sit down and chill. Not chill as like stop posting about gang stalking. I'm just finna get a little bit more relaxed because I'm not getting angry at a person that is working for the police at all. That is completely out of it. That is completely out of it. Once I realized that, once I realized no possibility. Once I realized that, for real, for real. Once I realized who was doing that, and there's no, Homeland Security. Not saying no. Yes, Homeland Security is involved. Probably yes. I'm not saying that, but once I realized it's not citizens, like this is not no citizen cult or nothing like that. Once I realized that, I got completely relaxed. Like, yo, that's the police. Oh, this is some hating stuff. Like, oh, okay. Right? But who else would it be? Like I said, before I received, my notification, not notification. Um, I went. I'm a veteran, right? I'm a veteran, like a real veteran, not a like a targeted veteran. I could be a veteran of targeted now, right? But when I went to go, finish off my disability, the person that was doing my disability told me a lot of people weren't going to like you having this stuff, my disability check, right? Then later on, like probably 10 minutes later, signing some documents, stuff like that. 10 minutes later, he shows me a video, rap video of one of his friends and stuff like that, right? So I get home that day, and the first thing I notice, I sit down on my porch, and the first thing I notice is a car speeding past me, and it's just complete paranoia. I sat down on my porch, and I noticed a car speeding past my house. Right after that was said, it was just complete paranoia from then. It was complete paranoia from then. And then that's when I looked it up, and then I just knew what it was. I knew what it was. So it's like it's crazy, but yeah, that's what that was. But yeah, man, like y'all gotta understand what's going on. It's a false sense. It's a manufactured false sense of a smear campaign. It's a scientific method to that. They paying all these people to make them think they know you. They're paying all these people to think that and I don't have any information on that. That's the only thing that I was told. All I was told is a lot of people weren't gonna like me having that. But um yeah, it's a it's a scientific method to this stuff. They're paying all these people to walk around, make you think they know you, these directed conversations. They're expecting you to not find out what's going on. You know? They're expecting you to not find out what's going on. That's what they're expecting. They don't want you to find out, hey, this is that's how they get 5 years and you getting or being targeted and thinking that it's a cult, you know, you trying to make music and stuff and this and that or whatever you do, trying to pull a business off the ground or whatever you do, like you trying to make music and stuff, and you thinking these people got something against you or they know your music and it's getting like 100 views like mine. Uh, yeah, like that's just what it is. Yeah, they hope you crash out. That's what it is. They hope you crash out before you figure it out. Then once you figure it out, oh, that's oh, these are citizen informers doing this. Once you figure it out, sit back, relax. You know what I'm saying? Like I was completely. It almost feel like it almost feel like 2 years ago that I figured this out. But it's like every day I get more and more like relaxed. I get more and more relaxed every day because it's like wow, like This whole time I'm thinking it's a cult when that's impossible. They send all these citizens, not even quote unquote citizens, all these citizens around you doing these directed conversations, swarming us, all of this stuff, like all of this crazy stuff, insane stuff, and you just get to thinking, it's like, oh, hold on, yeah, that's kind of impossible. Yeah, that's kind of impossible. I'm gonna go in with the. There's a I don't want to get back into talking about uh the industry, but there's a guy that goes around with a microphone in a hat. It's called Nardwar. Um, he was going up to, yeah, is his name Nardwar? He was going up to he would go up to like artists and stuff like that. He would say stuff that the artist didn't think that they would know about. He would say stuff that like the artist, like he then the artist would be like, I keep speaking on like the same kind of like the same artist a little bit, like it's kind of the same artist, but yeah, like he would go up to artists and be like, he would say something in their life that don't nobody know about. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in this, they kind of, yeah, that's crazy, but yeah, like it's those are that people don't even notice that the police is the hip hop industry. How can you not think that there's a hip hop police and there's no infiltration with that? That is so funny. You feel what I'm saying? It's so funny, but just back to what I was saying. It's a manufactured false sense of a smear campaign, and that's all it is. It's a manufactured. They're already at these jobs sometimes. Sometimes they don't like they're already at the job sometimes. Sometimes, or matter of fact, they might just hire some people and act like they know them sometime. I don't even like act like everybody already knew the person sometime. I don't know. But it's just crazy. Like it's just crazy. But it's one thing you should understand. Once you understand it's the police, grab your ego back. Because like they take that from you. Like it's like wow, like that's the police. Those people wow. Oh, I can breathe in my house now. You feel what I'm saying? I could breathe in my house now. I could breathe in wherever. I could breathe in my hotel room now. I could breathe wherever I'm at. I can't say that part because I don't know anything about that. I can't say that part. I don't know anything about that. But yeah, I can't really say that part. I don't know. I can't say that part because it's like I don't know. Like I don't know nothing about that part. I know for sure that alphabet agencies and all of that, you know, that could be whatever. I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know nothing about none of that. But yeah, like it's crazy. They police, alphabet agencies, they all the same thing. With the industry and all of that. But what I do know is that it's a false sense of a smear campaign. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you said something. I definitely was thinking off this live. Just the surveillance technology is advanced beyond the public's knowledge. That's another logistic that you need to understand. Imagine somebody watching your phone screen. They remote viewing your phone screen. You putting in your PIN number. You think they don't think somebody else doing that to them? Because it's not happening. They're not regular citizens aren't watching. The public, they're not watching. It's a complete strip of logistics. Is what gang stalking is. You feel what I'm saying? And they got They got unlimited funds to be having these people walk around and harass you. Unlimited funds. Unlimited funds. So it's like you have to understand that stuff. The technology, the surveillance technology is advanced beyond the public's knowledge. Yes, it is. It is. It is. Like, it's crazy. Like, how you don't, how is that not? It's crazy how that's not. It's crazy how you have to say that to people. It's crazy how you have to tell that to people. It's crazy. It's crazy how you have to tell that to people. But you got to think, bro. We didn't know this. We didn't know this. You have to think we didn't know about this technology. We didn't know that. We didn't think that just the surveillance technology is advanced beyond the public's knowledge. And we get in line, and then we get in line at we get in line at a grocery store or something like that, and we think everybody in the world tuned in to that grocery store's camera. Bro, that's so impossible. It's so impossible. But we'll be so messed. I used to be so messed up in the grocery store. I used to be so messed up. Like, I used to be so messed up. I'm thinking, oh, everybody from my high school watching me on the they hacked into the they hacked into the grocery store, which is impossible, right? It is. It's impossible. It's impossible. That would never be possible. All crime would stop if public knew about this surveillance technology. Just saying this once, right? If the public knew about this surveillance technology, all crime would stop. This is why I say if you really wanted to hurt law enforcement, you should put these signs out there, like everywhere. Just put them everywhere. Like, hey, all of that stuff will stop. All of it is stopped, and they'll just be messed up. You know what I'm saying? They'll be making money from tickets. Like that. All crime will stop. When nothing violent be going on, people ain't doing nothing accepting consequences. Come on now. They ain't doing nothing expecting consequences. If you let them know, hey, it's a consequence for whatever you do. For sure, for sure. Here's the technology to tell you that. Boom. Law enforcement obliterated. Just like that. And it's just that simple. I've never heard nobody ever say it like that. But I got a lot of time to myself. I be having a lot of time to myself. I have a lot of time to myself, so I come up with the right answers to stuff. Right? That's why channels are blaming narcissistic people that helps prop up the fake theory that is some pissed off neighbors. Yeah, yeah, because that's how you get that effect. That's how you get that effect. That's how that effect is. That's how you get that effect. That's how you get the right effect. The right effect, the right reactions. That's exactly how you get the right reactions. The right reactions. Those crash out reactions. But I'm finna get back on Call of Duty. So I'll probably be live again tomorrow. Probably be every day or every other day. But I'll be live tomorrow or something like that. But peace out and love all y'all.